After Tournai, we skirted the French border to Mons, along the canal de Songe. Belgium is always supposed to be overcast, and the waterways are often fog-bound. We emerge from the bottom of each lock into another grey Belgian day. On the towpath under this innocuous-looking bridge near Mons is a monument to the men who were awarded the first Victoria Crosses of the First World War. Now they seem all but forgotten. The thing about this man's job is that he can't clock off before he's finished.
Yeah, it's definitely a rope.
Really?
Yes.
Good.
What, I'm going to? There's a lot of weight on it, to be honest with you.
You have to go right under from
I'll go round, don't I?
With my perfectly useless theory that the crane would lift the stern of the Leo, I managed to be busy when it came to the question of diving into the chilly waters. Ray was nobly volunteered. The problem had begun with vibrations on the stern, which usually meant there was trouble with the silver propeller.
Is there anything there?
Can't see a thing down here. Oh, I haven't got to yet. I'll balance it, I think, with her.
Just underneath that cleat there, see?
Right there?
It's a bit to the right of that, to the left of that, to the left of that, to the right of that.
There?
Yeah.
Right, must have went right.
Alright.
That'll cause a vibration.
What is it?
Blade.
It's all...
One of the blades is knocking it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we've got another propeller.
Well, that's what.
Okay, well, we know what it is then.
We were about to go through an ingenious flight of 4 lifts built nearly a century ago by James Anton, a Scots engineer. The incline was very steep here, and the builders had opted for a set of lifts which could take the hill in 4 giant steps, rather than dozens of small locks. The system works with perfect simplicity. Precisely balanced, the 2 tanks are controlled by hydraulic pressure, which allows them to rise and fall in opposition. The gate slid shut behind the Leo, and we were ready to be raised. The same old machinery keeps pumping away as smoothly as the day it was installed. We rose like a steel mushroom on a single stalk. If only Archimedes could see us now. Thanks to his bathroom discovery, the weight difference between the boats in each basin means nothing, because they both displace their weight in water. Anderton's masterpieces will soon be redundant when this lift tackles the rise in one giant leap. It will carry modern barges of up to 1,300 tons. fourth lift that we were able to put Archimedes to the test. Eureka! Unlike the French, the Belgians charged for their locks. Here we paid the exorbitant sum of 31p for the four.
Le marinier, avant tout, c'est un poète. Un poète, un sauvageon parce qu'il est toujours tout seul. Un individualiste. Il est très difficile à embrigader. Et c'est normal, puisque c'est notre vie d'être toujours seul. Mais poète de contemplation. On admire quelquefois sans le savoir. Tout le monde ne comprend pas qu'il admire ce paysage. J'ai mis les pieds à terre pour la première fois à l'âge de 15 jours.
Vraiment, 15 jours.
Oui, j'avais 15 jours, mes parents m'ont débarqué, mais j'avais jamais mis les pieds sur la terre ferme, façon de parler. Et je suis né à Paris parce que la péniche à papa était à Paris. Mon frère est né dans le Nord, dans le Pas-de-Calais. Et autrefois, les naissances, c'était tout partout, au hasard des courses. Et les morts, la même chose. Les familles, il y avait des parents enterrés dans toutes les villes où il y avait de l'eau. C'est que chez nous, les mariniers sont des mariniers de père en fils. Ça se perd dans la nuit des temps. Et encore maintenant, quand vous avez un mariage, ici à Conflans par exemple, ou dans d'autres villes batelières, eh bien, quand la mariée débarque du bateau de ses parents, elle franchit une passerelle fleurie, avec des arceaux, et toutes les sirènes des péniches qui se trouvent dans le coin sonnent. C'est très beau.
I'd always thought Belgium was flat, but travelling by canal had taught me it was not. The Belgians had built an enormous device for lifting big barges up a slope at Ronquier. It wasn't on our planned route, but Ray and I decided to take the Leo for a day out. To the rails. Coal barges here, Charlotte, the industrial heart of Belgium. There's a camaraderie amongst us towers never know.
Is there anything interesting between here and Namur?
Between hier en Namur? En vrouwke, tussen hier en Namur. Er is niks bijzonders voor te bekijken, hè? Alleen in Namur is just Namur. There you have the citadel.
Yes.
You can go up.
Yes.
Look. But here, no. I cannot say.
Nothing, just like this.
Just like this.
Slow down till we reach Namur, where we turn south into the river Meuse. We pushed on against the current, into the Ardennes and towards France. Belgian Saint-Tropez, Dinan, we put in for victuals. While I covered the market, Ray went for the eggs.
Courgette, oui. Voilà, ici, pour 80
Voilà.
Small problem, eggs. From chicken. Eggs.
Vous voulez le découper Vous voulez que je le découpe?
Non. D'accord.
Barges for all sorts of things.
My wife, my son, my daughter.
This man's a potter and he uses his for a stoneware showroom.
So here you have to know that because
In the end, I bought a crafty device for keeping the butter cool outside the fridge.
What do you think?
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
That little white house marks the Belgian border. We spent our last Belgian francs filling up with diesel. The chandler insisted we meet the pride of the village, the school.
J'avais 13 ans.
Survived 2 world wars.
Et je revenais de la campagne quand j'ai vu des soldats français le long de la route et j'étais habillé à cette époque-là, culotte rouge et tunique bleue, baïonnette au canon, et je vous assure que par le soleil les baïonnettes reluisaient ça faisait un ruban d'acier. Alors, la guerre, ils ont quitté le pays, ils ont dit voilà, les Allemands, nous allons les refouler. Et ils étaient enthousiasmés, ils étaient pleins d'espoir de rechasser l'ennemi. Et au lieu de ça, ce sont eux qui ont dû reculer. Et les Allemands sont arrivés en peu de temps. Ils sont arrivés, la guerre s'est déclarée le 4 août, que je vous ai dit. Eh bien, le 24 août, ils étaient déjà à Dinant. En 1940, c'était donc le 10 mai.
Oui, le 10 mai. Oui, ils sont arrivés ici. Hein.
Le 10 mai. Le 10 mai, nous apprenons que l'armée allemande est en route pour envahir la Belgique. Oui. Ils sont arrivés, les Français, et je vois toujours que c'était la saison des lilas. Les lilas, c'est une fleur, oui. Et ils avaient donc arboré, ils avaient introduit des lilas dans la gueule de leur canot. Ils partent à la guerre plein d'enthousiasme, en disant voilà, ils ne passeront pas le canal Albert, nous allons les refouler. Et cette guerre-là a été encore plus rapide qu'en 14. 3 jours après, ils étaient ici sur les bords de la Meuse.
He took his time. I exercised my patience.
Nous avons déjà rentré la France à Calais.
Over the last few days, the vibrations from the damaged propeller had become intolerable. At Pont-à-Bar, the only crane we could find was fairly weedy, so we only lifted out half the Leo to change the propeller. It was Pentecost and the little town of Fumay was on holiday. There was no reason to push on, because the locks would be shut. Seem to be two classes, the people who ran round the town once and the ones who ran round the town twice. After that you were supposed to jump on your bike and pedal off for part two. whole town had come to see each other, sit in the spring sunshine, chat and listen to the accordion or the loudspeaker. France is a huge country full of all sorts of people who all contrive to be French and proud of it. That holiday Sunday in Fumay, full of bicycles and barbecues, reminded me of the best things in France. In a couple of days we'd be in the vineyards of Champagne, and sometime beyond that in Paris.